Good morning. I'm Kwok, CEO of the AoF. Welcome to the first thematic program organized by the AoF. We are very excited to launch this program on fintech and digitalization. It consists of 4 webinars and is structured to suit the needs of senior executives of financial institutions who have to manage this very important subject at a strategic level, and to understand the key issues without going into too many technicalities. Before I pass the floor to our speakers, let me share with you some observations I have on fintech. As Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan Chase, said recently in his annual letter to shareholders, fintech and big tech are here, big time. Increasingly, big technology companies, through leveraging their technological and data advantages, are disrupting financial services. These tech fiends could also capitalize on their high capital market valuations to raise funds and burn money to buy market shares. Meanwhile, huge numbers of fintech startups are trying to nibble away the businesses of traditional financial institutions, left, right, and center. One example of this unstoppable trend is Phu Tho Bu. In Cantonese, it's called Phu Tho Ngau Ngau, an app-based one-stop trading platform for US, Hong Kong, and China Connect stocks. It's a Shenzhen company listed on Nasdaq, with Tencent as one of its owners. With real-time trading information of stocks and of options, with millisecond-level updates, it is putting Bloomberg, big data analysis, and live discussions with experienced investors into the hands of retail traders. Some of us here today may not even have heard of this company a year ago. But talk to the young investors around you, and you will realize how popular and powerful this app has become. To face up to the challenges of market competition and to meet the rising expectations of their customers, more and more traditional financial institutions are developing online and mobile services for their customers. But in the face of rapid technological innovation, moving everything online is not enough. Allow me to use Citibank as an example. Citi has been putting a lot of emphasis on the need to answer client pain points in developing its digital solutions. More specifically, Citi has focused on the adoption of API and the concept of co-creation. The adoption of API allows customers to traverse the digital realm for dining, shopping, entertaining, traveling, or investing, while enjoying banking services without ever leaving the apps or websites they are browsing. With over 20 partnerships launched, all through partners' platforms, Citi's API and ecosystem approach improves customer experience, and in turn makes the bank's products and services more sticky. The concept of co-creation is to develop digital propositions and solutions for young digital-savvy clients through working directly with them. Citi recruited over 1,500 such young people in the past year for this purpose. This is putting a client-centric mindset into another level of practice. Another example comes from DBS. I learned from the group CEO, Mr. Piyush Gupta, a few years ago, that he asked all staff to critically review what they had been doing, day in, day out, and come up with ideas on how fintech companies could help improve their services or raise efficiency, or even to come up with ideas on how a totally different approach could be adopted to achieve their business objectives. At the end, the bank identified some most worthwhile projects and selected startups from around the world that were best in tackling the chosen projects. These startups then worked together with DBS staff as a team on these projects. Apart from tackling the actual issues and improving what the bank was doing, Mr. Gupta told me that one of the most important outcomes of this process was to promote a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship throughout the bank, with its staff thinking like those working in startups. There are also very good experiences and inspirations from other banks. But in the interest of time, let's wait for future occasions. It should also be noted that the public sector could also leverage on digitalization to promote market competition and improve market efficiency. One example is the introduction of 8 virtual banks that are now operating in Hong Kong. The eMPF platform that the MPFA is working on is another good example. Properly regulated and managed, digitalization and fintech will benefit consumers and the economy. Today, we are most honored to have 2 leading experts to share their insights with us. First, Mr. Henry Ma, the Executive Vice President and Chief Information Officer of WeBank, China's first digital bank, devoted to promote financial inclusion. In recent years, WeBank has pursued open banking to foster fintech innovations through open platform, open collaboration, and open innovation. Unfortunately, Mr. Ma could not speak to us real time today, and he has therefore pre-recorded his presentation. Our second speaker is Professor Tham Kah Yan, Dean of Business and Management of the Hong Kong University of Sciences and Technology. Professor Tham is an expert on AI and machine learning. He will give us a high-level overview of the latest development of fintech and cover the concepts and applications of AI and machine learning. We are also very glad to have Mr. Nelson Chow, Chief FinTech Officer of the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, who will serve as the moderator during the Q&A session towards the end. Without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Ma. Thank you.